Guys, welcome back to the All Good Things podcast. We're here with Parsa Mohebi, the man that made Brandon look incredible, the man that changed Brandon, that took him from pass to smash. He's here.
From Tookie to all right to pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
This is your surgeon.
That's right.
This is incredible.
This is Parsa.
Unbelievable.
This is my
Parsa,
boy.
how long have you been? What is your boy?
This is my boy.
you guys go out and you guys party. Obviously,
we
yachts.
party.
We should. We should do more, actually.
We
right?
should. Yeah, we should.
Especially now with this full head of hair.
Yeah, exactly. Don't have to wear a hat anymore. Yeah, which is good.
Took my surgeon to see the Seven Wonders of the World.
You know, I'm one of those surgeons that people, some people,
Yeah.
not you, you're open about it, you talk about it. A lot of people hide this, and a lot of people, when they see me in parties, it's just like, they don't want to associate with me.
Yeah.
They don't want them to know. They don't want to know.
I mean,
That's so.
you know how it is in Hollywood. People want to claim that they always had that perfect head of hair. So, well, I mean, deep down, we all love each other, but I understand and respect their privacy.
Okay, and why hair? How did you get into doing hair transplants?
Oh boy, it started from mice.
Okay.
Guess
Okay.
how?
As it always does, really.
Mice hair.
Mice hair.
Mice hair.
Okay,
So I was in my training doing general surgery, and I was in my way to plastic surgery. And one good way to go to plastic surgery is to do some research in between. I went to Johns Hopkins, started focusing on wound healing. So making this little punch biopsy on the back of the mice and doing that gene therapy techniques to improve the healing of the wound. And some of these animals started growing hair. So wait a second. We're not even after hair. Let's see what's happening. So we started doing another research, looking at hair. I started talking to all these big people in hair restoration, and one of them, Dr. William Rassman, invited me to come and visit his California location, and we liked each other. We clicked, and he offered me a fellowship, and I said, forget about plastic surgery. I'm becoming a hair transplant surgeon.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow,
just like that.
and so basically, for people who don't know, when you do a hair transplant on someone like Brandon, are you taking hair from the back?
Yes.
So you're taking it from like the neck, and then you're putting the patch right there.
Well, it's not like patch. It's not the concept is there. We have some area of the scalp that we have permanent hair, and we have the rest of the scalp that's prone to baldness. So when we remove some of those hair follicles and put them in the balding area, they keep the character of the donor area.
Okay.
They be permanent and keep growing and everything. So that's it in a nutshell, how hair transplant works.
Wow. And are you afraid of these pills and peptides that are on their way that say that they're going to make people's hair grow just by simply doing an injection?
That's our mission. We want for people to feel better and, do better. If you're asking if I'm worried about my job?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No, I mean, they are innovations, but there are a lot of new.
I'm worried about my job.
We all have to be for robots, right?
I think that's a projection. I think that's what we call that, a projection.
It's a projection.
Yeah, it might be.
Sorry.
But I mean, a lot of things come to the market and people get excited, media, blow into it, and then they fade away over time. We don't have anything that can permanently restore your hair at this point.
Okay.
And if there is anything, it's going to be years in the future for it to be working because they have to go different phases of a study. And like phase 3 of any study is like 8 to 10 years on hundreds of people to make sure it's not causing cancer and stuff like that.
And how did Brandon respond to your magic hands?
Beautifully.
I think great. I mean, what's funny is because when you first get it, you're like, because you just see the outline and you just see like the scarring. You're like, oh, dude, what have I? Almost like, what have I done?
And it will get worse a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
it does.
For 2 months.
You told me that you're like, enjoy it right now because it's gonna look bad in a couple months. I was like,
2 weeks after procedure. That's the best
time. and then like after those 2 weeks, I was like, oh, he was right. He was right. And then 3 or 4 months go by, and then you're just like, oh, okay. It's like a what were those called? Chia pets. You know what a chia pet is? Yeah. It's like a chia pet. Like you start to see it grow slowly. Yeah. And over time, you're just like, oh, okay. And then you're like, oh, maybe it's done. And then it's not done. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, maybe this is as thick as it's going to get. Right. And what I have right now, this has been a year, close to a year.
Close. So
'Cause
a year
April-
is a
it's
full
flowing.
result. A year
Yeah.
is full.
It's flowing.
So like
Yeah.
every week you see improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
In April, it'll be a year. So it's been about 10 months.
right.
Yeah.
So you still have some more to go.
Yeah, for sure. But the experience for me at least was like, at least the procedure itself was you just go in there, they numb you up, and it's pretty painless.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sleepy, but awake.
You're in a twilight sleep kind
oh
of.
my God.
It's awesome though.
Yeah.
Because you're there, you're kind of there for a while.
Right.
For a long time.
How long?
Right.
How long?
8 hours.
Yeah, at least 8 hours. Depends
yeah.
on the size of procedure.
Yeah.
He's got a big fat head too.
Oh yeah. I was there for well over
You
the
do have a big head,
the
which
normal
is a
time.
good thing.
Yeah, it can
Yeah,
be.
Most actors have huge heads.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
good head means more donor.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, at the same, more recipient too. So I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah. I had a big
Right.
canvas for him to paint on. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's how I
right.
look at it. You know what I mean?
But that first day, that first hour when you're looking like you're a prisoner of war.
I was like,
With the shaved
maybe I'll look at myself in my selfie camera just to see what's going
Yeah.
on. And I did it. And I was like, I'm not doing that again because it was
Right.
like literally like it's a medical procedure.
Right,
At the end of the day,
And-
it's not
yeah.
intense, but you're like. It doesn't. That's what's funny is because it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like this is how I always thought of it. It's like going to the dentist where like they numb you up and you don't really feel anything, and they make you feel very comfortable too. Like I was just watching Taxi Driver for the whole time. I was like Taxi Driver and then like King of Comedy.
And then you look
And-
like Taxi Driver when it was done.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I look just like him.
You look like.
And we were, and I was given like a great meal, and everyone was like super
You're eating
nice.
while this is going on?
Well, you have a break. You have a lunch break.
Yeah, it's an 8-hour procedure.
Yeah.
So we start with laughing gas and
What is the cost of something like this? If I were to get a hair transplant, what Brandon
you
did.
probably never need a hair transplant. Look at that hair.
Me, I listen. I
It's
mean,
ridiculously thick.
yes, I've done okay. But what if somebody wanted to do it?
Well, it depends on the area of baldness.
Yeah.
Some people just have a little bit of recession in front. They probably can get by with like 1,000 grafts.
Yep.
Very minimal. The cost has to do with the number of grafts. So in our practice, it's between $10 to $16 per graft.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit more experienced. My charges are more. My junior doctors, partners are charging less.
Yeah. This
So-
is not something you want to scrimp on.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh no.
we do a lot
I'll
of
go to the
repair
senior
procedure
doctor.
these days.
We were talking about the people who go to Turkey
Mm-hmm.
and who don't go to because there's a lot of clinics in Turkey. There's not just like one guy. There's like a bunch of people, and they're known for
Right,
that.
right.
And a lot of the times, they're not experienced, and that's why they're so cheap. And you've seen people come to your clinic who have they're like, bro, I need you to fix this. I need you to get rid of.
That's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's easier to do it right from the beginning rather than to repair it. Sometimes
Yeah.
they just massacre the donor. So you don't have unlimited number of hair in the back. There is a certain number of permanent hair we can use throughout your life. So if you go to advanced class of hair loss and you were to fill all these big area, we just don't have that much hair. We have every single hair is important. So if they kind of get rid of 10%, 20% of the hair, all of a sudden you have 20% less hair to work with.
Right.
So that's the kind of problem we have.
Wow.
And sometimes we have to remove hair and put it in somewhere else. There's a lot of delicacies in this procedure.
Where's the weirdest place you've had to take hair from to put?
You can guess.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Yeah. No,
Does it
but-
look natural when you do that? Like when you put it from a
It
different
looks like
place?
a perm.
Yeah, it does look like a perm. But unlike what people think, there's not that much hair there. It's very minimal.
Oh, I mean,
It's
speak for
just-
yourself.
No, my point is the reason it looks fuller is because of the curliness.
Yeah, I feel you.
If you're thinking of the same thing.
Yeah, we're thinking the same thing. We're on the same page. We're definitely on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but
like a mushroom on a bed of rice. Huh?
right.
But the opposite is true too. I mean, some people never grow pubic hair. Did you know that?
Yeah,
And when you don't have it, you want it.
it's like a turtle shell.
Yeah. It's it's more common in like Asian ladies.
Really?
So, yeah. So
Okay.
they
So
want
You
it.
put a transplant down there.
Yeah. We get it from here and put it down there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you
Wow.
take.
We have done that. Yeah.
That's like that's such a switcheroo. Switcheroo to me.
Right?
Dang.
Yeah, but that's got to be so painful to do it down there.
Not really. I mean,
No?
People shouldn't, no matter where you will remove it, where we place it, people should not feel the procedure itself. All they feel is the local anesthesia. A little bit of a few pricks here and there, and then you're numb.
Well, the great thing about your clinic is you guys, you give the laughing gas before.
Laughing gas too,
And
yeah.
a lot of clinics don't do that. So they just go in just like straight, like needle, and they're just like, all right, you ready? But with mine, it was just like little pricks, and I didn't really feel it. And I was because I was like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. This is
Give it
sick.
to me, give more.
Yeah.
So the surgeons are watching Taxi Driver. You force them to watch Taxi Driver?
They were like, what is the movie you want to watch right now?
Sure.
And this was me on post laughing gas. I had a nice shawarma in me, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn on Taxi Driver. Why not? That makes it go by quicker. And it's just like kind of, it's cool when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm doing something for me right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like,
Sure.
I'm actually like,
Sure.
I'm like, this is my spa time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of busy executive people that don't get days off,
Yeah.
they feel like that's the opportunity. They just get a little bit buzzed. They fed well. They just relax. They don't have to feel anything. So often I'm hearing that, oh, doc, I have to do this more often during
Yeah.
the procedure. So,
Yeah.
And you don't have to name any names, but you have had celebrities come through, and you've worked on them, right?
Where do you think they go?
Okay, all right, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
You think those hairlines just popped out of thin air? You think it's magic? No.
I don't know. I don't.
They don't have Yul Brynner anymore. Have you noticed?
I don't know if Brandon will get that reference.
I don't.
don't?
I
You
don't.
don't know Yul Brynner?
There's
No,
no, more
what's Yul
Yul Brenners.
Boy.
There used to be a guy named Yul Brenner.
Okay.
Bald. I mean, bald. No
Good
hair
looking,
on his
good
head.
looking, but bald.
Okay.
Completely shaved.
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah, and he he sang, right, and he was in like all old movies.
Yeah. There you
Just
go.
really theatrical type of dude.
Yeah, you have to look him up.
Okay.
Yeah, Yul Brenner.
How do you spell it? You guys talk, and I'll look him up.
Yul, Yul, Brenner, Brenner.
YUL.
What a great reference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably a lot of black and white movies.
okay. So he's like an older guy. Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was a
He's
chrome
good
dome.
looking though. He has a
Was he?
good looking shaved head.
Yeah, I mean, he's,
Some people don't look that bad with shaved head.
yeah, right. He has good head shape.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, The
Nice.
Rock has a shaved head.
The Rock has a shaved head. See, that's the thing, dude. Some balding guys or people who are bald, they just can rock it and they accept it. Me, I was gonna look like a Martian. I really was gonna
Right.
look like I don't feel like I had the head shape for it. So I was like, I want to nip this
How
in
do
the
you
bud.
feel? How do you feel now that you got it done? You just feel better, more confident.
Well, okay. So when I used to wake up, and mine was bad, dude. Mine was bad. I hit it so well, I hit it like I had the best comb over probably of the past like 50 years in this town.
Yeah. You were spending some time every day, right?
Yeah.
Tell
Every
me about
day.
it.
I was porting it all the way here, and then I would spray, hairspray on it. And I was like, this needs to stay locked because a gust of wind, I'm a goner.
Right.
Like literally, the slightest gust of wind, I'm a goner. Couldn't go swimming when we would go to those like pool parties at Mike's place. Couldn't go swimming.
Yeah.
They're like, hop in the pool. I'm like, fuck off. I'm not
I
gonna do
don't
it.
like swimming.
Yeah, I don't. I
I
can't
don't like
swim.
water.
I can't swim and stuff like that, and a lot of hats. But when I didn't wear hats, I did that comb over. And I remember when I came into your office, you were like, "Why are you getting a procedure?" And I went, "Hold, just wait, you wait."
Some comb-overs are so good that
Yeah.
they can trick me. I can I can pick something is not right, but I
That's right.
cannot tell this is a comb-over.
That's right. And for this one, I think you were like, "This doesn't look too bad." And then I just did, whoosh, and I turned into like Pennywise, and it was crazy. And
Right.
that's what I was hiding from, like
Yeah.
everybody. I was like, I don't want to show people that my last name is Calvillo, which in Spanish means bald head. So I literally
No, it doesn't.
literally means bald head.
Really?
Yeah. So I was all my grandparents,
That's funny.
my both on both sides, my mom's dad and my dad's dad, both bald.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was doomed. So I was like, dang, I got to get this taken care of. But when you're hiding it like that, you do feel like, I don't know, you feel like you're not you just feel like you're hiding something. And you're like, I can't really be myself and I can't feel comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why I actually like when guys just do shave it, I'm like, good for you, dude.
Yeah.
You're taking charge.
Yeah.
That's taking it by the horns.
Right.
I didn't take it by the horns.
What you said about not being yourself is a very common thing that we hear.
Yeah.
A lot of people who come to us, they say, I want to be myself again.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. They feel like something is, they miss their own self. That's what they want to get back. But I agree, you had a very good comb over. Very artistic. I've seen comb overs. I've seen guys who, comb over starts when you have a little bit of a recession here, right? You don't like it. You can say, okay, I comb this way. You cover it. And then that recession doesn't stop there. You get more and more. That comb over becomes more and more to the point that you have nothing here. The whole thing is comb over. So I had this gentleman, he came to me, felt like there was a mop on top of his head. I said, okay. And then when we had to uncomb it, we have to review it and examine it and everything. So he was a class 7 hair loss. Class 7 is people who just have a rim of hair on the scalp, just one narrow rim. And so his wife was telling me that he spends probably 40 minutes, 1 hour every day before leaving house. So he was borrowing from here, bring it here, putting a pin here, grabbing another set from here, from back to front and rolling back. It was a huge thing. So, but yeah, people become so good at it because it happens over like 40 years of age. For 40 years.
Become a master of comb over.
I was a master at 28.
Yeah, you were good.
Oh,
You were
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. I was, dude. I should hit up that guy.
What happened to all those hats?
I still have them as like memory, like it's like nice little memento. But I don't wear them like very much at all now. I only wear them like appropriately when I go to baseball games.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, just rock it. Because now, not afraid of wind.
Right.
I was very afraid of wind.
Right.
Not afraid of water.
Is it true hats take your hair off?
Not really.
No, that's not true.
A lot of myths about hair loss.
A lot of
shaving, not shaving, sleeping this way or
How
that
do you
way.
how can I maintain a head of hair? Is there anything I can do to make sure that I don't recede?
Well, hair loss is genetic.
Okay.
And there is really not much we can do, like home remedies if you're losing hair. There are certain things to slow it down or buy yourself time, but you cannot really, maintain your full head of hair when you're 24 and your uncles and your father, they're all bald and you have evidence of hair loss. We do microscopic evaluation. When we visit patients, if you come to my office, I can tell you what's the likelihood of you going bald. It's less likely, your age and you're having this solid hairline at this age, it makes it very unlikely for you to lose more hair. But again, occasionally we have late onset hair loss.
Yeah.
Again, I encourage people
Never say never, man.
That's right. Look into your.
I just want to watch Taxi Driver and have shawarma.
Yeah, that's right.
If you have anyone in your family that at age 70, 80, they had some hair loss and they were just like you at your age, there is a chance that you will become like them.
Oh.
Yeah,
my grandfather died with a full head of hair,
You're set then.
but he was about in late 70s.
So yeah, maybe
You're like, he got hit by a car when he was 30, so who knows? So who really knows? No, but you're probably fine, man. You're probably
I don't
good.
know. Isn't it? I think surgeons are so underrated, or they're just like not applauded enough. Like I had a hip surgery, and I went and saw this guy, and he was like, I walked in and he goes, here, I want to show you something, and I go, okay. And he walks me outside, and he's a sculptor. He shows me all his sculptures in his office. Concrete sculptures, beautiful sculptures.
That's a good sign.
And I go, "What? It's really great." And he goes, "That's what I'm going to do to your hip," like that. And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, right.
And incredible. I mean, I don't even understand. I wish I had them both done. Like I can't even process it. I'm like, it's just like the work that it takes, or just. Changed my life.
Yeah.
He's a
I can
hair
have sex
transplant.
again.
You know he's a hair transplant surgeon, right?
No, I know, but I think that idea of like, oh, I'm gonna change this person's life.
Yes.
I mean, I do it every day with the daily vlogs.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew this about him, but he's an inspiration to millions.
Yeah.
to millions across the world.
Well, about 10,000 right now, but no, but I do think that that's like so cool. Like this, you look at him; he's smiling again.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of wind.
That's
you changed
amazing.
his life.
That's amazing. That's what kept me going. Really. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, surgeons make money. Money is whatever.
Yeah.
But there is something besides that. I mean, what you get from your job is mostly from how you see the effect of your work on people's lives.
Yeah.
And when I wake up every day, to be honest, that's exactly how I feel when I'm going to work. Say, I'm going to change somebody else's life. And I do that. I see it when they come back after 8 months, full head of hair. People change drastically. Even their attitudes change. I mean, you're always smiling and everything, but I have patience. No, seriously, I have patience. I remember this guy, 50-year-old guy, completely bald. And he came to my office, kind of grumpy, sitting. We do exam. I try to, lighten up the mood and everything, crack some jokes here. That the guy is not giving in. It's like all frowny the whole time. So okay, so booking the procedure. Come the day of procedure, the nurses, the technicians, and the whole team is trying to cheer him up. That's how we are. And the guy is still not. He's not even showing any little smile. So are we doing something wrong?
Yeah.
So this guy, I guess that was his character. So we accepted that. When he came back at 8 months, he was a new person. He was joking. He was funny.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy?
He was
it
like-
really changes people's lives.
He's like, I had this
Really.
great transplant, and I've been watching this new guy, Jason Nash. His vlogs on YouTube, they're great. They're incredible.
Right.
I love them. Yeah.
Right, that's
There,
right.
there is like a lot of trepidation though. Like I think maybe before when you go in, you're like, is this gonna work? Why am I here? Is this gonna? And
Yeah.
8 months later, it worked.
A lot
But
of people, yeah.
but going in there, going to the doctor's the worst.
Well, the nerves. Well, yeah. Well, surgery. When you think about it, it's much more intense. Like the thought of it, especially like going under. I don't like going under. It makes me like feel like maybe I'm not going to wake up or something.
Losing
Right.
control.
Or being that the weirdest thing. Have you ever heard this where you go under and you're still awake, like you're fully awake, but you feel everything, but you can't. You're paralyzed. You can't move. That happens. It's a phenomenon. It doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that
it's
often.
a rare phenomenon. You're
Rare
right, you're right,
phenomenon.
right.
So I'm scared of that kind of thing. So when I was like, I don't know, I think my nerves got more calm as the procedure went on because I was like, oh, this is not painful, and I'm just laying here and just kind of going with the flow. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting there to be like sharp.
You're expecting worse.
Yeah, way
And
way
then
worse.
It got better during the procedure. You feel like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
not-
just
not
like,
too
oh,
bad.
it's really this is more of a waiting game,
Right.
more or less. You just have to be like patient because it is long, and it's because it's very intricate. Like each follicle they're taking out, planting it, each one, and it's
Right.
thousands. In my case, I think it was like what 2,000, maybe a little bit higher.
Don't test my memory. I have a good documentation of it, but I don't
Yeah,
memorize
yeah.
all those numbers.
Yeah, but it's every single one is like carefully taken out, carefully put in the right spot. You draw the hairline.
Yeah.
And what I also like about your guys' clinic is because you go to if you went to Turkey, they just draw a straight hairline, so it just looks like when it's done, it looks like a wig.
Yeah.
But with you, it's like you're very careful to make it look as natural as possible, and to like in 20, 30 years, people like it'll still look natural, not like a guy who's 60 years old who has a hairline of like a 20-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
Which can look fine, but also
Look fine while you're young, but when you get old, it looks ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of little subtleties in this procedure. Like we do this thing called hyperselective transplant, basically. So when we remove hair from the back, one technician's job is to look under microscope and separate them.
Yeah.
Singles, some here, twos and threes. Like we're talking about the groups of single hair per group and twos and threes. This is natural grouping of the hair. And then among those, some of them are finer, some of them are less pigmented. We separate them all and we know exactly which hair goes where. So in the hairline, you have to have singles and then follow that. You have to have twos to have that nice transition. At the same time, you want to have good density in the back. So we put threes and fours on the back. So there's a lot of those. It's not just removing hair and transplanting them. A lot of times that you see transplants are visible and or detectable is because they just remove hair and put them in. Yeah, it's cheap, it's easy remove, but selecting them, selecting them, and knowing how to place them, that makes a big difference. Besides the artistic touch and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So basically, I feel a good hair transplant should be done in a way that even a hairstylist, like a specialist dealing with your hair, examining your hair closely, should not be able to tell you how the hair transplant done. That's the way it should be done.
Have you had your hair cut?
I have.
Have they say anything?
No.
Have you been in the ocean?
No.
Have you gone swimming?
Yes. I went to a pool.
No more fear of water.
No more fear of water. Fear of sharks. That's why I haven't gone to the ocean. But fear of water, no.
All right.
I'm not afraid of water because when you would get out before, just a shiny white head would show up, and now it's just like, oh, you have wet hair.
Whoa,
yeah, man.
that's a good
And you can even do the whip thing. You can whip your hair back.
There we go.
Slow motion. It's the best.
I have to grow it longer for that. don't
Yeah,
you?
you do have to grow it longer for that. Yeah, but that's the cool thing because I can do that now.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on wigs?
Wigs are good.
Because those are still a thing. I just realized that recently. I saw a man wearing a wig
For hair loss, you mean?
for hair loss. Yeah.
Well, there's this thing called hair system, which is a modern type of wig. If people don't want to be bald and they cannot afford to have a hair transplant, or they want to have like that 16-year-old hair and they just don't have enough density, they do this hair system, the real human hair, and they glue them to the scalp basically. So you can swim with them.
So how does that work when you shower and stuff?
Yeah, you can. And then
You can't shower.
You can.
Well, you can.
So yeah. So they put a special medical grade glue and they get stuck to your scalp. You have to. It's expensive. It's not cheaper than hair. People think it's cheaper, but over time you have to. Every few months you have to go maintain them, change them, and redo them. But that's the thing. Yeah, it's better than the old wigs that they could fly away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thinking about that, Would you, if you ever went bald, would you wear a wig? Not that you ever will.
Maybe it is a wig. it's just too good. It's just too good to be real.
You just whip it out.
Can we examine it after the podcast?
I wonder. I probably take it for granted that I have all my hair, but I probably at this point in my life, no, I wouldn't care. I'd just be like,
You just let it go.
yeah, I just don't care. I've given up.
Well,
Right.
That's a nice thing about getting older.
He's like, well, that's another thing that you have to probably work
that's not.
through.
I disagree. People
so?
never give up hair.
Did you do it?
No.
No.
I mean,
He's like, I'm blessed.
no. I'm not quite blessed. I have some active hair loss. I'm taking this herbal product
Oh, yeah.
called Mohebi Life. We make it. So.
Oh, you make a product?
Yeah, we have a product. It has herbal DHT blockers and all vitamins and minerals that are essential for hair to minimize hair loss, basically.
Yeah.
And it's different than pharmaceuticals that are causing sexual side effects and stuff like that. So my point is, I'm taking that to minimize or slow down my hair loss. My dad and brother both had hair transplant. My dad so we have late onset hair loss gene. Some people do that.
Right.
So my dad was like 75 and he was like completely, the front was all gone. I said, Dad, you need a hair transplant. I said, I'm 75.
Yeah.
Who cares? I said, Dad, that's bad for business.
Sure. Yeah. You
That's
got to
my
have a good
dad.
head of
Yeah,
hair when you walk in.
That's
So
right.
you have a nice head of hair.
That sold him. So he came, got a hair transplant and everything. Is very happy.
He was.
Yeah, the only problem he had when he was coming back to Los Angeles in one of those trips, immigration was looking at his passport. So who's this guy? What's going on?
Who's this handsome devil? Is this Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have a few friends that I think could either use the transplant or use your product.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you detect it early on, the minute we do microscopic evaluation, whoever. So my comment is get evaluated early.
Right.
So we do microscopic evaluation. We know exactly what's going to happen to you. You don't have to wait and wait until you go bald to do something about it. If you can start prevention, you may not maintain it for the rest of your life, but at least you buy yourself time.
Do you take health insurance? No.
Unfortunately not.
No,
that would be good
it's not
if they covered it, right?
It is surprising some of the things they do cover, though.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the things you're like, really?
Yeah, some of them
Like
they
what?
cover more. I
go
can
get
tell
a-
you.
you know, I
I
don't
can
know.
tell you like what. When I was a surgical resident, I did general surgery, and we did a lot of bariatric surgery, like gastric bypass.
Yeah.
So they didn't cover it before that. I mean, during my time, they started covering it because these people are, I mean, it changes people.
That's a good example.
Another very good life-changing experience when people do gastric bypass. They get healthier, they get thinner, they get less chance of depression. Depressions are getting better. Diabetes is getting better. All hypertension is getting better. So all of a sudden, the insurance companies will say, "Oh, wait a second. So we are actually saving money by providing this or supporting this procedure because they don't, in long term, we don't have to pay for all those medication for the next 20 years."
Wow. And what do you think the future of hair loss is? What do you think we'll be seeing?
I think gene therapy probably will be the answer. Like to all metabolic and genetic conditions that we have, there's always a gene that we can
Is
just
that legal
switch it off.
right now? Like stem cells and stuff? Is that what gene therapy is?
No, stem cell is different.
That's different.
And it doesn't work for hair. A lot of
It doesn't.
people sell it, it's making a lot of money, but we don't even offer it. It doesn't work. There's no science behind it.
Right.
Gene therapy is when you switch a unwanted gene off. So that's basically, you never get exposed to that
How
situation.
do you turn a gene off?
There are different methods. Like for some metabolic diseases, like even diabetes could be treated with gene therapy because many of them are genetic. So they give you a virus, like you have a flu, but this virus goes to your body and makes you sick temporarily, but it injects that DNA of the or RNA of the good gene that you want to have into those target cells.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden you have the gene you didn't have before, or you can switch off or on a gene. I think that's the future of all metabolic diseases. We're not quite there for most of the conditions, but at some point it will be there.
I think the big question everybody wants to know here is, Brandon, have you had any dates since your luscious new hair?
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, coincidentally, right before the surgery, I took a vow of celibacy. So, unfortunately, not. But I've been enjoying
Involuntary vow of celibacy?
Involuntary, voluntary. I mean, what does that even mean? At the end of the day,
Until a year after your procedure, that was it.
No,
Are you kidding?
I've been on a couple, and I will say, no hats and no, because that's something too that's unspoken. You can't wear a hat on a first date.
Yeah.
You can't wear a hat on the first date.
You can't wear a hat on the first date.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
But the girl's going to be like, what are you hiding? What are you hiding under there?
Do they say it?
No.
They never say that.
No. They don't go, what are you
So
hiding?
some girls are very aggressive.
I've never, no,
They
I don't.
ask like very penetrating questions.
Oh,
don't they?
yeah. No, I mean, I haven't had a girl be like, hey, take it off, and then just like rustle it and be like, okay, yeah, you're good. No one's done that.
Show me your teeth.
Yeah, show me your teeth. Yeah, let me see your bank account. Nothing like that. But I did have a girl. Oh, this was right after.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe like a month or so after. But I was shaven, and she was like, oh, I didn't know you were shaven. I was like, yeah, I just had a transplant procedure. And she was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did it not work? And I was like, no, like I did it a month ago. And she was like, oh, okay, cool, right on. And I actually saw her recently. She's like, oh, turned out good. Because I didn't think it would because it was so early on.
Yeah.
I don't think girls look at this negatively. And in fact, they look at it as you had a condition, you took care of it. Like
Yeah.
you're in charge.
100%.
Yeah.
You're in charge. If you don't do it, if you can afford it and don't do it, that's a question. So wait a second. It's just doable. We can easily do it. Technology is there. Why not?
Yeah. Do you think that the stigma around it has gone away?
A lot better.
Because like earlier on, probably like, I don't know, like 30 years ago, people were like, oh, he has, they called them hair plugs back in the day.
right.
Hair
Right.
plugs. You
Yeah,
got
hair
plugs.
Right.
You got plugged.
Yeah, no hair transplant. I mean, I remember when I started doing this, one of my first patients, like we did a younger guy, full head of, complete baldness. And then we give him a big procedure, full head of hair. So he came back, and then at 8 months, I was seeing him. I said, okay, that's great. What is your family think? He said, I don't know. I said, how come? I told him I'm using a new shampoo. He's like, oh, seriously? And I was totally disappointed. I said, I'm going to keep putting money in marketing and nobody's going to talk about it. But people are getting more, just like yourself, people are getting more comfortable. Even, a lot of celebrity movie, actors, we have a few that have been going out and talking about it. and they're more comfortable about it. It's like,
Yeah.
I had this condition, I took care of it.
This generation's more comfortable. I have another friend, Brandon put his whole surgery on social media. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
And that was something that I don't think people would like do in the past. They'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, I mean,
interesting.
you had something that helped your life and you want to, help other people to,
Yeah.
feel the same.
Yeah.
That's admirable.
Yeah. The, I'm just like, I'm a real charitable guy, I'm a real, I'm just trying to lead a charge of secure men
Yeah.
taking their
Well, there is that
insecurities.
loneliness epidemic.
There is that loneliness
happening.
epidemic. That's right.
Parsa, let me ask you this. Are you into Looksmaxing? And do you know what that is?
No, tell me.
Okay, so there's like a guy on the
Looksmaxing.
I think you should. This will be funny if you go back to your job today and you ask people.
Right.
They'll be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So there's a guy on the internet. His name's Clavicular. Nice guy, handsome guy, and he has made a whole thing about Looksmaxing, which is basically making yourself look better.
Yes.
Making yourself the highest value you could to the world, to women, to business.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And some of it involves hitting your face
With a hammer.
With a hammer.
Wait a second. How can it make you look better?
So the science behind it is if you hit a bone and break it, then it grows back stronger and more stronger.
Which is that true?
That is true because people.
Is that true, Parsa? You're a doctor.
Well, if it grows back in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna end up looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
But that's why when guys to get height surgery, they go and they literally the surgery to
Yeah.
get 2 inches of height.
I'm very familiar with that procedure.
Just break your legs.
leg.
2
and put
inches
this
is
thing-
nice.
Right.
If I was 6'2",
Yeah.
I'd be killing it.
Could be more too. Could be they can break it from 2 different areas and
Yeah.
both can
How?
be-
How?
yeah.
How does that work?
It's a friend of mine actually is doing it, so she breaks the long. So the difference in people's heights are usually in the legs.
Yeah.
It's not in upper body. Upper bodies are usually more or less the same size. So the legs are making you short or long, tall. So they break it. They put it back together. So they, create a fracture in the OR, and they put it back together. So when the bones are together, they start making this callus, making this little, cartilage shaped thing in between when they're healing. So that's the beauty of it. When they're healing, that cartilage is still soft for a while, and it takes a while. That's why they put cast until it's immobilized, so it gets better. So they put pins and screws, and they start with this external traction device. They keep adding while that thing is formed in between the broken bone. They start adding to the size. So 1 millimeter a day. So that's, or I don't know exactly what's the rate, what's the optimal rate. So they have a formula.
How are they adding every day with an injection?
So no. This is like they're fixing your bones, bottom and top, and put pins outside. And there's an external device that's connected to it. Keep it in place, right? So that device can get expanded or extended.
So when you get it done, you're in the hospital for a while.
No. You go home and you walk with it, and you do your life. But you walk around. It's months. It takes months for it to. But they can increase the because it's so gradual. All the nerves and arteries and everything will grow with it. And then after a while, they remove that external thing, and you have a longer bone.
Let's say there was another bone you wanted to make longer, a very specific bone. How would you go about making that, let's say, 2 to 3
have to
inches
break
bigger?
it.
You have to break it?
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, let's go back to that.
Well,
Let's change the subject.
that's a device you put in.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
How would you know that?
I've researched
they,
it.
they do have a procedure for that, but
They have
it's
a
not
procedure.
a good procedure. I've seen a lot of complications. People come to us. I mean, I've seen it because they have a lot of scarring in that area. We have
Oh,
to
God.
put hair into that.
It's silly.
Going back to pubic hair.
Jeez.
But I'm interested in that guy. So that
Looksmaxing.
Looksmaxing. That's
Yeah, and
any
and
less
mogging
painful.
and mogging.
Any less painful procedure besides, I'm sure some of them are less.
I don't know.
involved with
I
less
gotta
hammering.
I gotta research them more, but be careful. Don't get when you're Looksmaxing, don't get mogged. That was what I've been told. Do you know what
Wow.
mogging is, Brand?
Is it mogging when somebody usurps, almost like they outshine you?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So like Who mogged clavicular? What was the
Clavicular
name?
was at ASU.
Yeah.
So Parsa, Dr. Parsa, the Looksmaxing guy was at ASU shooting a video, whatever.
Okay.
And some guy came up in the middle of his video and went like that, and he was pretty. And so
He's jacked.
He was jacked.
Right.
So the internet was like all ablaze about clavicular getting mogged,
Ah.
getting shown up, he looks. So anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah, so don't let
yeah.
anyone mog you while you're Looksmaxing.
No one's gonna be able to mog him, dude. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You think he's gonna get mogged?
You think my boy could
You
get
think my
mogged?
boy's gonna get mogged? Bro, I'm sorry I even suggested that.
I know. I'm glad to have you.
You think my boy's getting mogged?
I'm sorry for even suggesting it. You're right.
Yeah, dude.
There's no way you'd ever get mogged. Well, listen, this has been a lot of fun, and you're awesome.
Thank you.
You're great. I don't know how many podcasts you do, but this is awesome.
That's perfect.
And you're just a delight. And you saved Brandon from the Santa Anas,
Oh man,
which
yeah.
are so brutal out here in Cali.
We had a storm recently, and those winds were crazy. And a year ago, I would have stayed inside, candlelit, just like huddled away as I heard the winds. Now I just went out. I went shopping. I was like, oh, not even a hat. Just
That's awesome.
yeah. Caution to the wind.
That's right.
If people want to come and work with you or get a procedure, how do they find you?
Well, parsamohebi.com.
Okay.
That's our website, and we have offices in Los Angeles, Woodland Hills, specifically Beverly Hills, San Francisco, and San Diego.
Great.
Our newest office is in San Diego, and
Great.
I've been up and running for the last over 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you are considering getting it done, I suggest you go to you because you take the time and you really care.
Thank you.
And so if anybody's watching, I would even suggest flying in.
We
get
do
it
have a
done.
lot of flyers.
I
A lot
bet,
of people, yeah.
There's nothing like a good doctor. I'm telling you that hip surgery is.
This is one of those things that you don't want to. I mean, if you can do it right, you don't want to just, do the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just, it's just there's a lot of things that are out there. There are a lot of innovations, and all those are adding to the perfection of the procedure and the naturalness and the saving hair and having more result with less hair. So all those.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Brand, anything else you wanted to say?
Thank
you.
Thank you so much
Of
for what
course.
you did for me. Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad.
I really
did
do
that.
appreciate it.
And I'm glad you're not using all those hats anymore.
Pretty nice hats, though. I mean, those
You
are.
have to sell them.
I know, I do.
Make a
But,
fortune.
I mean, I could probably.
That's a funny video for his Instagram. You giving the hats away to Goodwill.
That's right.
I'll be
right.
off camera with a fan, and your hair's like.
That's right, yeah. And I can give it to men that are like, I could tell are receding a little bit. Like, hey, man, just until you take the next step, here you go.
Right. Right.
Yeah. When you're willing to take the next step, here's a little band-aid
Love it.
for you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good marketing ideas.
Oh my gosh. And the podcast is over.
What kind of ringtone is
Wake
that?
up.
What? Are you a madman?
No,
Who
it's
would
an-
have that ringtone?
It was an alarm. It's an alarm on my phone.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
that
Allowed
is
to
a-
do what? Like, you should be done by now. with
Yeah,
that
no,
podcast.
it's not.
that is a terrible alarm.
I'm
to
very
hear.
sorry.
How about a quiet one, like
What is it again?
like one of those, like
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Some of them
yeah.
are really good. I
Chirp
have one
two. What do you have?
to wake me up in the morning. You may have heard it. It's like little birds, chirping and stuff. Like
Yes.
very slight, slowly, and it takes 5 minutes to get to the level that you can hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm not waking up panicking. The first moment of the day is very important, right? If you work with like palpitation, you'll probably be stressed the whole day.
Yeah.
But if
Brady, you gotta
somebody
get
wake
rid
up
of
like, hey, Brandon,
Yeah. Hey, are you ready?
beautiful.
No,
Wake up.
mine's like 8 robots just bust in and just start going, wake up. That's what that is. And then you know what? I've been using it my whole life and I've been great.
That's
No, you're not great. You gotta switch it.
I gotta switch it.
You have to fine tune. You did your hair, now you gotta fine tune all the little things in your life.
That's right.
That's a good point. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
Looksmax my life.
Yeah. All right, Parsa. Go see Parsa. Go check him out online and get. You have an Instagram, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Follow him on Instagram. We'll link the Instagram below. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Parsa.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.